Hey everybody, welcome to a Tuesday weather-weenies after a little holiday hiatus of the show. Ryan Breton, Alan Holt here with you. So before we get into things, quickly recap the weekend. I had a long weekend. I was off Thursday and Friday. I felt that our forecast really for many days out, and then the adjustments that you guys made Thursday, Friday, and then Christian and Dana on Saturday, felt like our forecasts were pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was a challenging weekend forecast. Like in southern New England, it poured, I think, much of Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
On Friday, I was like, hey, don't sleep on Monday afternoon.
I saw you guys say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was
that's
like
exactly how it turned out.
Yeah. The rain, I mean, yes, Memorial Day Monday, I know there were a lot of parades and whatnot. So that was not ideal, but it was salvaged with the afternoon.
Yeah, and Friday was beautiful for anybody who, like me, had Friday.
So nice, yeah.
Saturday was still tolerable.
I mean, we went to the Sea Dogs game.
It was perfect for that because you're not like roasting in the sun.
Exactly, and it was like filtered out a little. It did get a little bit fresh, like seventh inning, 3 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
Sea breeze jumped up a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I was on I have friends up here. Yeah, this boat. We were coming back across Casco Bay at about 4 o'clock. It was it was chilly out there.
Yeah. It started moving in, but no, I if it had to rain.
Yeah, and then Sunday I was walking around town, and there was a lot of people in town, but, people going into restaurants and whatever just to dodge the showers until it did get pretty steady.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it is what it is. We got some nice weather out of it.
Yeah, but credit to you guys. I thought the forecasts were really good.
Yeah.
And it's always, Alan knows this about me. I always try to nail the warm season weekends. Yeah. Because the last thing you want to do is be wrong on a weekend.
Well, let's just not talk about the upcoming weekend then. Because
we'll save it. Before we get there, I got a little treat for you today.
Okay, I got
a little treat.
Curious.
Check out this new camera.
Doing?
Let's see if it pops up and pops in. Stand by. It is gonna pop in.
I like the title.
It is gonna pop in.
I like the title.
The system can be a little slow sometimes.
Okay.
But stand by.
I have not.
I'm sure it's gonna load.
I've
there
not,
it is.
Oh boy, yeah. I've not made a trip out. I'll put it this way. To your point about the weekends not being great sometimes and trying to lock them in, whatever. I've tried to play this course, I don't know, 3 times.
Can't get in?
It's not that. It's like I have booked tee times, and then it is raining. Because I trying to play this. This is now talking about a previous life. I would fly into Portland.
Yeah.
And then on my way up to Lemoyne for this golfcation I would take every year.
It's like halfway.
I would try to hit that course. And like every year, it'd be raining on the day I wanted to play it, and I wasn't gonna, because it's a significant drive to get there one way or the other. It's like an hour and a half, maybe 2.
Yep.
And so I just haven't. But that looks amazing.
Well, thanks to our friends at Stream State, we now have this, and they are working on a few other ones that are going to be an enticing location.
Man,
so.
that looks like a inviting green there.
Yeah.
Is that a green? I can't even.
I think that's the practice green.
Okay, that's the putting
range.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on these cameras.
But anyway, I thought I'd save that for
thank you. Yeah,
that'll be a good one.
Can't wait to show it.
A couple quick things about the rain. We've really done a good job this month getting the rain where we need it most. Portland's running above average, and this kind of shows the 2 significant rainfalls we got, like the 14th, 15th, and then obviously Sunday into Monday. It's got us way above normal.
And the drought monitor shows that.
Right.
Like 3 months ago, I think 60% of the state was in severe drought. And it's probably going to, last update, I think it was 2%.
Yeah, it's much smaller.
Yeah, and that might even be gone with the update this Thursday.
Yeah. It's still going to be in some level.
Yeah, there will be moderate drought.
Yeah, I wanted to make this. I'd done this last summer, maybe, I think, and I just finally thought to update it. This is the percent of average precipitation for Portland. And you can see we had such a long stretch with below average months. And this month will only be the second that's wetter than average since last May.
Yeah.
So, but it's coming at a good time. So, we, even though those winter months were below average, we did get a lot of snow, but it was just dry snow. There wasn't
it got close to average in terms of the height of it.
Right.
Yes, but
the water content not quite.
This is interesting too, because we're talking about drought, and I am a believer that this is the best metric to look at with respect to are you or are you not in drought? Because it all hinges on the average, right? So, if you're in a place that gets 20 inches of rain a year and you're only getting like 18 inches, at face value, it doesn't sound like you're getting much rain.
Right.
But if you're getting close to average, then you got to think, okay, well, this is just what happens in a place like this. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of people may think it's about numbers, right? Like we need to have X amount per year, but it's all, especially with drought, this is the best method.
And I did think it was interesting. There is something in here about the winter. Portland and southern Maine, the deficits were a little bit more than Bangor and northern Maine, although for snowfall, like far northern Maine was certainly below average. But you see December was almost average for precipitation in Bangor. And then even though March was wetter in Portland, it all kind of evened out in a way where our spring has been pretty wet. In southern Maine.
Yeah, the spring has been really good for this, and it hasn't been like a flooding type of rain. It's been a couple of inches and then it dries out, it soaks in, and then another couple of inches after that.
Right.
I would say if we're getting like 4-inch rain one day and then a quiet day and then another 4 inches the next, that probably wouldn't be as great.
I completely agree.
So it's been, I think, exactly what has been needed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And we got a good stretch now, today, tomorrow. There is a front to the north. That's going to move through northern Maine tonight with actually a few downpours and thunderstorms up over Aroostook County, but the moisture never really makes it south of about Katahdin. So if you're a northern Maine viewer, you may catch some showers or hear a rumble tonight.
Yeah.
And then the front kind of silently passes through southern Maine tomorrow. It'll actually turn the wind around to the northwest. We get a pretty warm day.
I was curious yesterday, maybe a spot shower.
I think so in northern and eastern Maine especially.
I was thinking a little farther south.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, but today looks a little just
Yeah,
at
the
first
air
glance.
is chillier up there,
Yeah.
both aloft and at the surface to an extent too. But I agree, maybe there's a shower that pops up. But in southern Maine, it shouldn't be.
Tomorrow is looking like a really nice day.
Yeah,
might even be a little better than today.
I think if you're like at the water's edge, probably because there's no sea breeze.
Yeah,
in
northwest
the
wind, a touch drier, like a little bit less humidity.
Right.
It looks really nice.
Then after that, things do fall apart a little bit. Thursday and Friday, it doesn't look like there's much total rain. There may be a somewhat higher chance for showers Friday late into Friday night.
Definitely cooler.
Certainly cooler.
Yep.
And then it's kind of a funky setup for the weekend. There's actually a low that dives south out of Canada, and it's cut off from the jet stream.
It rides the east flank of that high.
Yeah.
That high just like almost like it shoves it down.
And if
straight south.
we don't even need to look at any other map, and we know that somewhere in the general area it's going to be pretty wet on Saturday, and that's a chilly look.
Raw.
Yeah.
Raw. I mean, it looks breezy, rainy, and cold.
If it spins up as some of these models show too, there could be like 35-mile-per-hour gusts out of the northeast at the coast if it spins.
I made a comment to you. We had warmer storms in the winter.
Right.
Than this one looks.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And then Sunday's complication is how quickly does that get out of here, and or could there be a pop-up shower in the afternoon too on Sunday? So we did put showers back in there.
And even on the modeling, let's say it does get out real quick, the two that are taking it out real quick, then right away bring another little bout of rain in from that same general direction. So
either way, I think Sunday may be challenging to get out completely dry. If those other ones pan out that have like afternoon showers, the morning hours would probably be decent on Sunday. But we'll see.
Then the flip side of it is if it doesn't clear out quick, it like lingers, then it's not as cold, but you get a more prolonged rain, which, I mean, pick your poison, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can quickly pull up the slower solution.
Which is the European model for those that are curious.
So here it comes.
Yep.
Dives in.
That thing is just wound.
And given we showed you the upper level setup, the freezing levels would be low for the time of year. So anybody thinking about hiking Saturday or Sunday, like at the highest peaks, like top of Sugarloaf, top of Saddleback, certainly top of Katahdin, could be cold enough for some frozen precipitation or a little snow. And then about this thing hanging around, the Euro hangs it around. The others push that out, but then the other area to the west you see comes down Sunday afternoon.
That would just that's a bummer. If
We're rooting for the other one.
Yes, that's what we are trying to manifest. That so we're done. I think
Manifest is the right word.
Right.
Yeah. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap it for Monday. weather-weenies@newscentermaine.com. Send along any thoughts or questions, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.